Hi FlossTube, and welcome to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Magazine presents Rather Be Stitchin'. My name is Deb, and I will be your host for this channel. I am also the owner and editor of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Magazine. Now, many of you may or may not be familiar with the publication, so here is our latest issue. It is the spring issue, which features designs by Lisa Berberet, Lita May Designs, and Jennifer McGowan of the Blue Flower. On the back cover, you'll see designs by Janine Happ, The Old Tattered Flag, Julie Thomas, Stephanie Webb with Lindy Stitches, and Esther Marjanovic, which is with Sub Rosa Design. I hope if you already have your copy that you're busy stitching and punching away on all the wonderful projects that the designers have put in place for you. And we are busy right now working on the summer issue, and we will have 24, I believe there's 24 projects in that issue as well, maybe even 25. Memory's not working real well here. But you are going to love them. The summer issue will be released mid to 3/4 of the way through May. And I would not be able to do it without my wonderful copy editor, Sally Van Hoost. Sally has been with me pretty much from the beginning. And just so you're aware, we don't have a corporate office. There is no corporate office. The Stitching Bear LLC is my company, and it is the company that we publish under. And it is just me and Sally. So pretty much if you send an email, make a phone call, send a message through our Facebook page or our website, you are talking to me. I like to be hands-on with all of my subscribers and customers. So if you have a problem or need to send a comment or ask a question, please feel free to do that. And I will be the one that will be answering you. And I really enjoy that. I enjoy listening to all of your comments and suggestions. And I really, really appreciate your support. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Magazine began back in 2015. So we are now in the 7th year of publication. Hard to believe, isn't it? It's been around for 7 years now, and it has been a joy and a blessing to be able to bring this publication to you. One of the questions that I sometimes get asked, and primarily by my husband, is when and if you retire, will you sell the magazine? And my fast answer to that question is no. I have seen this happen a few times with magazines that have been sold off to other publishers, and the magazine just isn't the same. It didn't have the same vision as it used to, and I don't want that to happen to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. So when and if the day comes that I do retire and I can no longer publish it, we will just ride off into the sunset together, and you will have your issues in digital copies, hopefully to keep you busy for years to come. So what's going on here? So I started stitching, a little bit about me. I started stitching when I was 10 years old with embroidery, and that started with Girl Scout Troop. And I stuck with embroidery for quite a while until I discovered cross stitch. I did some crewel work also, but by the time I was about 18 years old, I found out about cross stitch, and I haven't looked back since. So I've been cross stitching for about 43 years now, and punch needle probably for about the last 5, and I really, really enjoy punch needle. One of the punch needle pieces that I can show you is the one that I did do for the magazine in the spring issue, and this is called Rejoice. It's a small piece. It's only about 3 inches by 4 inches, and it's using Valdani colors. And it's finished on a woodblock egg that was purchased at Michael's, and I believe it was $6.99. And you can find all kinds of things to mount punch needle on. You don't have to stuff it or put it in a frame. There are so many wonderful ideas. If you walk up and down the aisles at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann Fabrics, whatever you see, you can go ahead and mount a punch needle piece onto it. Even if they have sayings on them, you can cover them up. So these are great alternatives to doing framing or pillows, and I really enjoy that. This was just glued and put on a piece of sticky board, glued to the wooden block, and trimmed with the pom-pom, and done. It stands up, and it's a perfect little Easter decoration. My primary projects that I work on, though, most of the time are cross-stitch. And so the first one I want to show you are my whips. And so the first whip that I have that's in progress is called Jackalopian Tapestry, and this is from Stephanie Webb with Lindy Stitches. Look at those colors. Are they not just so fun? And those borders are so beautiful. So where I'm at with this is I am stitching it on the called for colors, which happen to be a Weeks Dye Works fabric. It's called Platinum Linen. It is 30 count. And that's where I've gotten so far. And you can already see the variegation in those colors. It is such a cute project, and I just love the colors so much. I am totally enjoying this. One of the little notions that I keep in my project bags is called a biddy board. Now these biddy boards are fabulous for holding your thread. Look at that. So it's got a soft, like a felt cover on the top, and your thread, when you cut a piece of thread and then you're only working with part of it and you don't want to throw it in your bag because it's going to get all tangled up and knotted, this is the perfect solution to that. The biddy boards are by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet, and they hold your threads. They're not going anywhere. And you can just stick this right in your project bag because they fit perfectly. They're 7 by 7 inches. And you can probably check with your local needlework shop to see if they're carrying them, or Fat Quarter Shop carries the full line of these biddy boards in all different sizes. These are the Weeks Dye Works colors for this project by Stephanie. And these, there are some DMC colors that are also used. There are a few of the standard DMC colors, but look at this color palette. Are they not gorgeous colors? I'm having so much fun stitching this design. I just absolutely love it. The next whip that I've got going on here is from Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching with the Housewives, and it's called Barnyard Bakery. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And Priscilla's designs are designed on the black fabric mostly to emulate the chalkboard appearance. And so that's what I decided to use. And I know a lot of people are using different colored fabrics and they look great. So it's always fun to see everybody else's take on how they want to do what works for them. For me, because my eyes don't like the small counts on the linens, I have a hard time seeing them even with magnifiers. I have chosen to do this on black, but I'm using Aida. And you know what? You can't tell the difference. This is where I've gotten so far. And again, you can see the variation in color. See the little daisies going up through the top of the barn roof there and trimming out below. And I am having so much fun with this. This here is about 6 hours of work right now. And I'm absolutely loving it. The colors really do pop on that black. But if black's not for you, do what's what's good for you. Pick a color that works for you. And I want to show you real quick too the project bags that I'm using. I used to store all my stuff in like freezer bags and Ziploc bags. And then I discovered Goose Design project bags. This bag is beautifully made. I mean, it is stitched so nice. And she uses such wonderful fabrics and colors and themes. It's just a lot of fun. This one is a summer theme. I don't know if you can see the trucks back here in the background. It's like a patriotic theme. But the one thing that I want to show you that sometimes will come with her bags is she makes these little companion pieces. And the companion pieces have a snap. And when you open them up, they're very similar to the same premise as the biddy board. They have a soft felt inside that will hold your threads for you. And there's even a little cute felt heart right here that you can put your needle in if you're not using a needle miner or you don't want to stick it in your fabric. But look, your threads aren't going anywhere. They're sitting right here, so all you have to do is open that up and you can use your threads. They're not getting tangled up, and it snaps closed, so they're not going to fall out or go anywhere. And it's a great companion piece to just shove right in your bag, zip it up, and you're ready to go. The next piece that I have is a Christmas piece, and again, this is one of my favorite pieces that I fell in love with. It is from Silver Creek Samplers, and it is called My Christmas List. Now, this one's going to take a little while. There is a lot involved with this, but it is such a fun piece. Enjoy stitching it, so you're never going to get tired of this one. Now, my piece I'm stitching again on Aida, and I'm using a Frozen Fractals Opalescent Aida by Fabrics by Stephanie. And there you can kind of see the glimmer on that a little bit. And then there is how far I've gotten so far. Now I am actually using the color conversion from Priscilla with Stitching with the Housewives. Priscilla also did this piece, and she changed all the colors up, and she changed them to Classic Colorworks. And you can get the My Christmas List Classic Colorworks thread pack through Fat Quarter Shop. There's all the colors there, and on Priscilla's blog, and you can look that up either from their FlossTube channel or their Facebook group. Priscilla's blog, she has provided pictures so that you can see her steps along the way to finishing this and what colors to use where, and it's pretty easy to follow along. Or you can just change it and use your own colors, or you can stitch it, you know, as the called for colors are on the pattern. But this is, I've chosen to do using her colors because I really liked the bright colors, and it's a little more simplistic and really stands out. If you're wondering what these are, these little yellow tabs, these are magnets. And these are the neatest thing, and you can get them on Amazon. I'll put the link below. They're like a twist tie, like if you're going to attach something, and you can use them for all kinds of things, but the magnets are very strong. And so what's nice about them is you can roll up your fabric, and you can use them to hold the excess fabric in place, and that's not going anywhere. And you're not putting any holes or creases or pins in your fabric. And so they have been a really fun notion to use, and they've worked out really well. And again, I'll put the link below for you, along with all the rest of this stuff. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4 is a project I have not started yet. This is a sale that's coming up. And it's supposed to start June 1st, but I know quite a few people that have already gotten their supplies for this one, and they are not waiting to June to start it because it's just almost impossible to wait to start this one. This is Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet. Look at those colors. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? And the model was stitched on 25 count Laguna. So it comes out to be about 12¼ by 13½, just a little bit bigger than 13½. So it's a pretty good sized piece. If you're using like a 14 count Aida or 28 count linen, it's going to be like 11 by a little over 12 inches. What's nice about this pattern though, is if you don't want to do the whole thing as one piece, these are all kind of divided up in small sections. You can see they're all bordered. You can make several small like pillow bowl fillers or even small little ones to frame and stick on a shelf somewhere. There's so many different things you can do with this. You don't have to do the entire piece as one piece. Now I'm going to do that, but that's my choice. But there's so many different things that you can use, and these are all DMC colors, folks. You know, this one does not use any overdyes, so you can use all DMC colors, and probably you have most of them in your stash if you have a good stash of DMC. And if not, it's not that expensive to purchase the DMC threads to create this wonderful, wonderful project. The fabric that's used, like I said, is the 25 count vintage cloth in barley from Lori Holt, and that's what the cloth looks like. I don't know if you can there's a kind of a sheen on it because it's still in the plastic, but it's like a really soft beige color. It's really, really nice. And that again can be purchased either through your local LNS if they carry it, or through the Fat Quarter Shop. And all of the DMC colors for these, look at this color palette. Are they not beautiful? Perfect, perfect for flowers, as I'm dropping them. But they are beautiful, beautiful colors, and they are really going to show up really nice on that fabric. Now you can use whatever color fabric suits you, but the way that the model is stitched, I liked it so much. And if you ever watch Kimberly Jolly's Wednesday morning stitch videos, she does one at 9 a.m. Wednesday morning. They're live streams, and then they do archive them so you can watch them later. She has a great channel, and she shows a lot of the new stuff that's coming out, and she has this particular project already framed, and it's gorgeous. So if you get a chance, I'll put a link below to get you over to Fat Quarter Shop for Kimberly's stitching videos, and they're wonderful. So I really enjoy them, so I hope you will too. So those are my whips for right now. As far as haul goes, I am addicted to floss, fabric, and patterns. If I see a pattern that I absolutely love, I have to buy it, whether or not I'm going to get to it in a year from now or 10 years from now. I collect them. And I collect floss colors. I mean, there's something about threads. It just, you see a gorgeous thread, you have to have it, right? Same thing with fabrics. So my haul most recently has been. The first one is from Plum Street Samplers, and I have been a fan of Paulette Stewart for years. And anything she does with animals, I'm in. So this one came out called Fox View, and I don't know if you can kind of see it there. It's in the plastic. Let me take it out here so I can show you better, because this is just the cutest little thing. And I know she's got one with raccoons and all kinds of farm animals, but there we go. This is Fox View. Isn't that adorable? So I am definitely going to be working on this one, and I just love it. One of my other favorite designers is Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle and Thread, and she did a series called Wordplay. And sometimes these are pretty hard to find, and I was fortunate enough that I was able to find the entire set of all 12 for every month of Wordplay. And it is going to take me a while to stitch these, so I'm giving myself probably 5 years to get them all done. But I absolutely adore these, and I just had to have them in my stash, so there they are. The third piece of haul I'm going to show you today is the Prairie Schooler 2021 sampler, or I'm sorry, 2021 Santa. And I have collected these ever since they first started this back in 1984. So I have a collection of 37 years of Prairie Schooler Santas. Now I know they have different series, but in this particular series, there are 37 years worth. And I love this one. Again, anything with animals, I'm there. I am an avid animal lover. We have always had pets in our household ever since I was young. We recently lost several of ours due to old age. At one point we had 5 dogs, 2 cats, and we are now down to 2 dogs and 1 cat. And the 2 dogs that we have are American Cocker Spaniels. They are red and white. And Georgia, she just turned 10 in April. And Sheldon is our puppy, and Sheldon was named after Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory, and it perfectly fits him. He will be 1 in June, and he is just a joy. They both are. And then we have a blue Russian cat called Indy, and Indy is 12 years old, and she just kind of is the silent type. She kind of keeps to herself and cuddles when she feels like it, very typical of cats. So a little bit more about me. I am married. My husband and I met when we were both living in the Nashville, Tennessee area. And originally I was born in Ohio, Cincinnati, and then spent the majority of my childhood up in the Chicago suburbs, up in Chicago, Illinois, and then moved to Nashville in 1997. And then we moved, my husband and I got married. We moved back to Missouri in 2009 for his work, and we have been here ever since. My husband's entire family, for the most part, is all here in Missouri. My mom is here. My husband's daughter and her family are here, and then I have a daughter and grandkids. My husband has a son that are down in Florida. So between Missouri and Florida, we're all here. We have 6 grandchildren between us. So we have 5 boys and 1 girl. So we have Emmy, Matthew, Luca, Brody, Seamus, and Austin. And it is just a joy. They are just growing up way too fast. So love them and hug them and spend time with them as you can, folks, because they don't stay little very long. So that is pretty much the majority of things here with me. I work from my home. My office is here. There's no big corporate office. Like I said before, everything is done here from my home office, which is really nice. And I'm a night owl, so sometimes I am working later into the evening rather than early into the day. It's just kind of how things work with me. So that's kind of how that goes. So again, I want to thank everybody for being here. Like I said, I'm not real comfortable in front of the camera yet. I'm sure that's going to come with time, so please bear with me. But I've been asked by several people, like, are you going to start a floss tube? Why don't you do a floss tube? So I'm giving it a shot here, people. So part of floss tube for me are giveaways. So we're going to do 3 giveaways for this video in particular, and they'll be giveaways with every video. So please subscribe. Like the video if you can, and I hope you'll continue to join me and bear with me on this journey as I get comfortable doing this for y'all. So the first giveaway, actually first 2 giveaways, is going to be a 1-year subscription to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, the print copy, not digital, and that will start with the summer issue. And like I said, that issue will be coming out mid to the 3rd week of May or so. So you will get it started with that issue. And then with the print issue, my print subscribers all have free access to the complete digital library. That's a bonus that I give all of my print subscribers. And so that will also be part of that subscription for you. So we'll have 2 winners for that. And then the third giveaway, this is going to be a kitted pattern that was by Plum Street Samplers. It was an exclusive design that was done for the Colonial Gatherings Stitching Club that I had belonged to at one time. So this is a brand new pattern. It's never been opened. It's the complete kit, but I am just never going to get to stitch it. And so while it's just sitting here, why not give it to someone who would enjoy this project? So this is the project here. It's called Pennsylvania Fractal, and hopefully you can kind of see it there. It's finished as a pillow, but of course you can finish it however you like. And the pattern also provides you with the threads, the trim, and the finishing fabric as well. So the only thing that you would need to do is, if you're going to finish it as a pillow, is provide your own stuffing material like walnut shells, sawdust, or polyfill, and you are all set. So this is going to be the third giveaway. So the winners will be announced on my next video, which will probably be within 2 weeks. So to enter the giveaway, please do not use giveaway or free anything in your answer. But my question is, what type of stitching do you enjoy doing? Are you embroidery? Are you crewel? Are you punch needle? Are you cross stitch? Do you quilt, or both? And what season do you enjoy stitching for the most? So again, what type of stitching do you like to do most? And what is your favorite stitching season? And again, we'll pull those winners for the next video, and it'll be exciting. So I'm looking forward to your comments. Thank you so much for being here. I'll put links below to the items that I referenced today. And I hope that you'll come back and that I didn't scare you off. And thank you so much for joining me today. Please stay safe, take care, stay well, and happy stitching. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.